Should I buy the property in my personal name or a corporation? That's a good question. And there are pros and cons to both. If you're going to be living here, and you're going to be living in Costa Rica and spending, your whole life here in Costa Rica, then most of the time it makes sense to just put the property in your personal name. Saves you on annual expenses, saves you on legal fees, and some other things. The problem with that, though, is it's much harder. We hate to talk about this, but God forbid you pass away. It takes longer for that property to go through probate in your personal name than it does if it's in a corporation. If the property is in a corporation, like what we would call an LLC in the United States of America, they're called a limitada here, it allows a lot more flexibility. First of all, if you're going to be renting the property for tax purposes, it's better to have it in the LLC. If you're going to have partnerships, you want to have an LLC because I can own 40% and you can own 60%. It's easy to divvy up the percentages that way. And God forbid I pass away, it's easier in the probate to be able to move those shares to your kids or your grandkids or your heirs than it is if it's in your personal name. The negative is it costs about $1,000 a year to maintain that corporation. And it's also a filing that you must file back in the United States or Canada on your tax return. So my advice would be this. You don't need to make that decision up front. Once we find the property that you want, once we get it under contract, we'll introduce you to a top law firm. And that law firm will speak with you and your financial advisor or your attorney back home, and they will explain the pros and cons of both, and then you can make that decision based on your specific needs.